Hello once again everybody, this is Tony from Multi Holsters. Wanted to come at you with a video showing you some of the new products that we have to offer, and just wanted to say right off the bat that this video is going to be geared towards those folks who are making holsters, either the DIY crowd or the guys who are making them as a profession, and cranking out quite a few of them. And a lot of guys really don't want to put real guns, real lights, real lasers into presses, so we've come up with a couple of products here that will hopefully help those of you out. So right off the bat, wanted to say, while we're here, we might as well take a check of the weapon. It's empty, magazine is empty, so we are clear and safe. As many of you know, if you're following me, I had recently come out with what I call multimolds. These are a foam resin based material and pretty strong mold weapon. They take abuse. Basically, this will withstand heat flash, which is heat in a quick amount of time, and because once you wrap the Kydex around, it starts to cool. This is great for leather workers. You don't have to worry about putting wet or damp leather against real weapons. So this has actually been, and they're getting more popular, they're gaining a lot more steam as time goes on here. Had a couple of the major Kydex suppliers pick it up, and you'll be able to see them these on their website really soon. But we do make probably about 30 to 35 weapons right now in the multi-molds, and what we have also started doing is molding up weapons lights. And as far as I know, I'm one of the only people that are doing this. And just to let you know, I do have a patent pending on the lights and the mold weapons. So I did protect myself in that regard. But basically, a lot of guys don't want to put an expensive $300–400 light laser into a press. They also don't want to put a $500–600–700 gun in a press. So we've come up with these molds, and to take it a step further, the molds are actually, they've got a couple things working for them which will help the holster maker be efficient and not have to worry about ruining some real weapons or some real hardware. Just to let you know, the mold weapons are prepped with a sight channel. They have the ejection port blocked out, and the trigger guard is flattened out. Now the way that we're attaching the lights is with a Phillips screwdriver, or a Phillips screw I should say, and a sleeve that's actually in the same location as where the real bar is for the lights. Now the lights that I currently have are the X300 and Ultra and the Streamlight TLR1. We are also doing the Surefire X400 and the TLR2. Next we're going to be doing the 3, the 4. We're currently also doing the Insight M3X. We got a whole bunch of them, so hopefully soon we're going to be doing the Viridians and whatnot also. But to attach it, obviously you line up the screw with the Picatinny rail, you slide it on just like a regular light, and you tighten down on the screw. You don't have to go real tight, but just pretty much to where it gets snug, and it actually locks itself on. Now we made a holster today, and we've been making a lot of holsters actually, but I finally said, I got to take time out and show how this is actually working, because people are still not aware that we're actually doing this, so I wanted to let you know. The holster that we made and I pulled out of production, this is actually going out to a customer, but it is an inside the waistband. Now if you're a holster maker, you know that inside the waistbands and taco style or fold over styles are a little bit less forgiving on the size of the weapon than, let's say, a pancake or an outside the waistband holster. And typically when you have a pancake, you have two pieces, and they tend to flex a little bit more. Well, the taco style, you don't have those two pieces. You actually have one that's folded over, and it's a little bit less forgiving material-wise, so you have to be pretty much precise on. Now what we did was we made this holster, and also, by the way, this is our inside the waistband. It is sporting a mold injected foamy clip. It stands for, it's a, we actually designed it here at Multi Holsters, and it stands for fold over mold injected clip. Now we made the holster, and that's basically the mold that we used to make it, and obviously it fits it really well. Now, just to let a lot of people know who are buying the guns, these guns, what we try to do is we try to make them as real and true to the real guns as possible. They are plastic. You got to remember, they're not real guns. They are plastic, so you're going to have a little bit of variances. Now, what I do is I go back in, and I also, just like a lot of other guys, we put blue tape on the slides to gain that little bit of thickness. Now, if this is a true sized weapon or fairly true to size, I want to gain a little bit of area or a little bit of room inside that slide, so I don't cause a lot of unwanted wear on the weapon. They don't have to be incredibly tight on the slide. It just has to fit it snug, and most of the retention we get is around the light or around the trigger guard. Around the slide is where you're going to see most weapon, wear on weapons. So you want to give that a little bit of room. And in order to do that, you can add a couple pieces of tape, which is exactly what we did, but I took it off for the video because I didn't want to confuse anybody. So we made the mold, weapon and the mold light for this holster, and it came out, pretty darn good. Now that's the way it fit the mold weapon, and just to let you know how it fit the real gun. It actually came out really, really good. The retention is there. Even has a little bit of that Kydex click. So that's pretty much what it looks like. Now what we do on ours is you are able to adjust the retention a little bit with some a little bit of screwing it down as far as the rubber washers and whatnot. You can either loosen it or tighten it if you want to gain retention or lighten the retention. Whatever you want to do, you can do that with those screws, those grommets. But essentially, that's a pretty decent looking holster, and it was all made with a multi-mold and a multi-mold weapon and a multi-mold light. So just to let you know, like I say, I wanted to basically show that this is what we're making. Now you may ask, what's the difference in the materials? Because the mold weapons are obviously a smaller piece of plastic, they have thinner rails and whatnot. What we've done was we are taking the lights and we are making them out of a 25% aluminum filled resin. The guns, on the other hand, are made out of a foam-based resin, and I'm going to entertain doing this in the 25%, but right now I don't see the reason why, because they're strong enough to handle just about any mold. But they are green, and that's, I wanted to give it that differentiation color-wise because it is a different material. So these are made out of 25% aluminum-filled resin, and this is a foam urethane-based resin. So that's why the difference in material and color. But you can see you can actually see some of the writing. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but that's how close we are able to get the definition. Now, obviously, for the blocks, we try to block out as much as we can, so it makes it easy on the holster makers. Small holster makers out there, and that's pretty much like I say. Right now, I've got the TLR1 and the X300 Ultra, which will also double as the X300 regular light. But that's pretty much what I wanted to come with you today. I wanted to show you that the molds, they actually do work, and it's a lot of burden off our shoulders as far as putting a real weapon into the presses. Of course, if you've got a real weapon or a real light, it's always good to have it. If you're doing a lot of them, invest a couple dollars, because you want to make sure that the product you give to your customers are going to work and they're going to fit. So, but as far as putting them in the press, that's I don't see anything better than using this. So that's pretty much what I have to come with you today. If you want, you can take a look at our website, www.multiholsters.com, and you can see we're adding the new lights probably within the next week to week and a half. So check them out on the website, and go to my www.multiholsters.com and go to my multi-molds page, and it'll have all of our updated molds and whatnot. So if you have any questions, drop me a line, Tony@multiholsters.com, or visit our website. Once again, www.multiholsters.com. If I can help you out, if you already have any requests on lights, if I get enough requested and it's a popular one, we will consider molding it. So I am listening to people, and I got my ear to the ground, and I'm listening to what everyone has to say. So please drop me a line, let me know what you think. And that's pretty much it for today. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting me. Thanks for subscribing. Till next time, shoot straight.